Welcome everyone to another fantastic live episode of the Team Lead Talks podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Becker out of Alexandria, Virginia. On today's episode, we have Brittney Ezell, CEO and team leader of Keller Williams down in Johnson City, Tennessee, like you probably heard in the song. Welcome, Brittney.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, go ahead and hum a few bars for us.
Yeah, I have that as background music. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to turn it on and we can just chat to that. Okay.
Tee it up.
Cool. So Brittney, you have a really cool, interesting background. You are very athletic into sports. Can we hear, just for those listening right now that might not know exactly who you are today, where you came from, what you started, how did you get into real estate at a very high level?
Oh man. All right. Your podcast is only 15 minutes? All right, let's get going.
We can go to 20 for you if you'd like. I don't know how long this is about to be.
No, we'll go real short. So been in this role for 4 years. Prior to that, I was a collegiate basketball coach at the junior college, D2, D1, and international levels for 23 years.
Wow.
I
hold a doctorate too, correct?
I played 2 sports at the University of Alabama, Roll Tide.
We talked about this earlier, but sorry about the college football playoffs.
You know what? I tell people all the time, I didn't play football. I love them. And I will always support them because it's my alma mater, but you can't win them all. You just absolutely can't.
Indiana had a great season, so congratulations to them. But
they were fun to watch.
Let's go back to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of it for my entire professional career. I show up to serve, and I have walking trophies all over the world to prove it. Regardless of what anything else is, I do my best to help people kind of bring out their signature strength and let them walk in whatever purpose they feel like they have. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Podcast over, Brittney. Let's
done.
Yeah. See ya. So, all right. So you've been doing the KW stuff for about 4 years. You're into real estate now. What kind of, I get it's probably the leadership aspect that got you into this position, but what made you make the transition to sports and athletics into real estate?
For me, with Keller Williams specifically, it was cultural alignment. It was belief system alignment. A lot of their principles and values resonated with me. Success through others. Everything was really kind of athleticized, so it made sense. I understand that. And our OP, our principal investor here in Market Center, was a professional baseball player, and so it aligned. It made sense.
Can you drop a team name here so we know who you're talking about?
So he played for the Cleveland Indians organization.
To the Guardians now, but he played.
He was not a Guardian. He was an Indian because, back when we played, everything was a VHS tape in black and white. So it is what it is. But yeah, the only thing I really knew, Andrew, about real estate is when I was coaching, I moved a lot. It was one of those careers, and I knew how to buy and sell a house, but I didn't know everything that went into it. I didn't understand kind of the mindset that a really good real estate professional had, that a realtor had to have. I didn't understand all the education. So it's been a lot of fun kind of getting on the backside of it. Part of what I do for Keller Williams is I work with their sports entertainment division, and we help coaches and athletes and entertainers do the exact same thing that I did for years.
Oh, cool. Like transition, you mean?
Yeah. So transition, we can help them get into a different career, or even while they're in their athletic realm, we can help them invest in real estate, buy, sell, when they get hired, fired, traded, whatever. We help them with that transition with a kind of a white glove concierge approach. So I still get to do the sports stuff. I still am hyper competitive, but I get to go home at 5:00 now. So it's nice. It's very nice.
Out of curiosity, what sports stuff are you participating, playing sports still, or what do you mean?
Man, so I consult for some NIL collectives. I work with athletes. Still, I do personal training with basketball players, men's and women's. I consult for coaches. I help them with hiring and firing assistants. I do body language analysis for them. I help them kind of uncover some things they might not be seeing. And then what do I play? Look here, man. I just turned 50. I'm playing golf and I'm playing pickleball like every other.
You got a handicap?
In the world. Do I have a handicap? Yeah, that golf bag. That is my handicap.
Okay. Nice.
I'm not scratched by any stretch, and I don't play enough to get angry.
Okay.
I enjoy being able to go play with my brothers and my dad and play in. Really, I like playing in nonprofit fundraiser tournaments. I enjoy that. So,
Awesome. Well, if I'm ever in Johnson City, down there, you got to take me to a good course because I enjoy golf. I'm more like I like going to the range nowadays.
yeah,
I played in high school and I got to play like a round every day, and it kind of like killed the sport. I was like, man, that's a lot. But yeah, driving range. If you guys have a Top Golf in Johnson City,
there's one in Knoxville. If we could get one in Johnson City, that'd be a big draw. But there's some really beautiful golf courses up here in the mountains.
Yeah, well, maybe you could be the person that brings a Top Golf to Johnson City. Who knows?
You can negotiate my raise. We will see what I can do. Yes.
Well, I'll get back to you on that. Yeah, we'll talk later. All right, Brittney. So you have a very important role in your brokerage. Let's talk about that a little bit. Like, what does that look like in your day to day? What are you doing to help these people down there?
I am essentially a firefighter that hangs out with arsonists all day.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm really consulting agents one-on-one on how to grow their business, how to grow themselves, because as well as I do, the pace of the growth of their business cannot outpace the growth of who you are as a person. We need to make sure that you're continuing to, find things that feed your mind, feed your soul, and grow you so that you can grow your business and be better for your family and the people you're trying to build a legacy for, bottom line. So I do that all day, every day. I recruit agents to Keller Williams. I interact with other community leaders because Keller Williams, as you know, has a belief that you give where you live. I serve on a lot of different boards. I go to a lot of different events within our community, and I really just try to show up to serve my leadership team so that we can best serve the agents best serve clients serve community.
Awesome.
So, hard stop. Yeah.
I don't know if I told you, but when I started my real estate career back in 2013, we started at KW Metro Center in Arlington. I'm not sure if you know Shane. He's I actually don't know. He was.
I don't know who it is now. Yeah, I don't know who it is now. Jordan Stewart is he is the head of Keller and Sports Entertainment Division. He's up in that area. I'm not sure if that's his market center, but he's up there. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So you put out fires every day. What are some of the things that people come to you with, and like how are you directing them? Like, what are the lessons you are teaching these people?
It's really pretty much everything you want in this business is on the other side of the activities you don't want to do. I mean, that's true in anything. That's true if you're an athlete. That's true if you're a realtor. It really doesn't matter. It's not a lot of choices if you're going to be great at anything.
Mm-hmm.
It takes what it takes. And, the choice is either you do or you don't.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Are you telling me, Brittney, that like to have a successful career in real estate, you have to like put in work and work hard to get people to, okay.
It's not just a door opening service. There's a lot to it. And how are you differentiating yourself from the rest of the people that hold a real estate license?
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing that? And then, I do everything from, helping people time block. I do P&L, whatever they need. And it's just meeting people where they are. And as an independent contractor, when you're in real estate, sometimes it can be very isolating and lonely, and you don't know if what you're feeling is wrong or right, or you're the only one that's ever had that feeling.
Yeah.
So just letting people know that they're supported and they're not alone, because when you're supported, it frees you up to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That was one of the cool things about KW, and I've only been at 2 or 3 brokerages my entire career. I'm not even in sales anymore, so it doesn't matter at this point for me. But KW did have a culture of like everyone was like a learning culture, almost like very learning heavy, like come in and learn this stuff. So I'm glad that you're able to kind of continue that down there.
It resonates with me. I mean, with my background in athletics, it is education, because when you're coaching, kids are learning how to live by being taught how to play. That's it. They're learning more. They don't remember the score of every game they ever played. And if they did, they're a savant, because I don't. And it's much like real estate agents. If you get into this because you have a transformative power with your platform, transactions will chase you. If you come in thinking this is going to be easy, I'm going to make a lot of money, it's going to be a struggle. There is money to be made, but you have to go about it the right way. And you have to be able to define your why and what winning looks like to you. It's like any other competitive arena.
That's a really good point of view there, Brittney. Like if you come in and you're like, I'm just going to get super rich selling real estate, in my personal opinion, like the money and that kind of stuff happens as like the secondary thing or like the indirect thing. The number one thing in this world of real estate is helping bring value to the people who are like, man, I have to buy a house. I have no clue what I'm doing. I have to sell a house. I have no clue what I'm doing. But if you're
Yeah.
like, oh, commission, 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 they can smell it on you.
Yeah, I 100% agree. The closing is the lagging indicator. It
Right.
is.
Yeah.
Can you be committed to the process without being reliant upon the outcome? The outcome will take care of itself if you do the process right. It will, and that's very Nick Saban. I mean, it is what it is, but it's being process oriented without being ego and outcome driven.
Yeah. So what are you teaching specifically down there, or just at KW in general, in order to like bring that value to really help their community members like get the help that they need?
Yeah.
So like things don't get chaotic.
They're going to get chaotic. It's just kind of the way of the world. But I do an extreme amount of listening, Andrew, because all of our agents are so different. I need to understand kind of their driver. I need to understand where they want to go, because I can't want it for you, you know? And so I think the overarching thing that I try to share with them and remind them is that what's for you will never miss you. It won't. It doesn't mean things are going to fall in your lap. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It just means that as long as you have opportunity, it's up to you to continue to push forward. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. Failure is an integral part of success. And I learned that years and years. I mean, in athletics, I mean, everything I did had a scoreboard. You know, here there is a production scoreboard and some people look at it, but the really good ones don't. They go about their business. They worry about themselves. They stay in their own lane. You know, you winning doesn't mean I'm losing. It just means I need to take notes.
Especially, Brittney, in the real estate world, there's so many different transactions that I like what you just said. Like, I forget exactly what you said, but the only way you fail is if you quit. If you just stick this out and put your head down and do like one thing, and this is a Gary Keller,
yeah.
the one thing, right? A fantastic book that you probably like live by since you're KW.
I know it. Yeah.
Focus on like one aspect of your business and get really, really, really good at that, whether it's a niche or a specialty. And unless you quit, you will not fail in real estate. It's the people that are like, oh, I want to send direct mail. And they send direct mail once and they're like, I didn't get any calls.
Yeah.
It's not how this works. It's like a marketing game, kind of, right?
Yep.
And a math game, kind of. So if you stick it out and you have systems and processes, I told you I'm very like OCD around those types of things. But there are ways to do this successfully if you just don't give up on yourself.
Yeah, it's just getting people to wrap their brain around there's enough. There is enough, all right? And people are always going to need shelter. They're always going to need a home. They're always going to need a place to call theirs. They are. And there's a lot of different ways to get there. But like you said, my favorite thing to tell people is failure is not the opposite of success. It's an integral part. The only time you truly, truly fail is when you quit.
Yeah. Other than actually quitting, Brittney, why do you think so many agents out there, like, I don't know if you're in groups on Facebook or Reddit, but I sure am. And I'm reading a lot of like horror stories of like, I can't close a deal. And then I have clients that I work with that are closing 10 deals a day. Right. Yeah. And like, why do you think that former though, like that scenario, that environment, why are people failing today without the quitting part?
Yeah. Why are they failing without the quitting? I said, sometimes people take clients that they shouldn't be taking, and not every client needs to be a yes for you. If what they're doing or their timeline doesn't align with yours, it's okay to say, hey, let's find you someone else that's more suitable to working with you. Sometimes we take on things that we can't win. You know what I mean?
Like a high listing price, you mean?
Something like a high listing price or a serial looker.
I've worked with those before. Yeah.
I mean, so it's understanding kind of what you bring to the table, and there's a time value of money that you need to make sure that you're investing your time wisely with the right people, and you're putting yourselves in the right conversations and putting yourself in proximity of people who are doing well, not just people who are going to commiserate to the woe is me. Everybody's going to have a deal fall apart. Everybody's going to have a contract that doesn't go. Everybody's going to have a mutual release. You all are going to have those mutual experiences, but you need to surround yourself and be in proximity of people that are going to say, okay, that no helps me get to a big yes. And it is a resiliency and a consistency that not everybody has. They just don't. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
especially when your entire income is tied up on production.
Yeah.
I get that. It's why a lot of agents start as dual career. They can't just go all in, and there's that trepidation that always lingers.
Yeah.
The what if. But yeah, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Reddit.
Okay.
That's the coach in me. I'm like, ugh, pass. I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I wish I didn't have to be sometimes, but yeah, there's a lot of noise. So Brittney, when someone says, man, I just can't find a deal, what's one strategy? Maybe someone listening out there right now is like, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of like, I got my license.
Yeah.
And shocker, nothing on the license test is like usable in like the real world as an agent. But like, what are you guys telling people at KW? Like, here's the easiest, fastest way to get like momentum building up to get your first deal.
That's a great question. I think the first thing that I tell them is it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to make this simple. Is that you have a sphere, whether you recognize it or not, you have a group of people that want to cheer you on, that want to see you succeed, that are willing to put your name out there in rooms that you've never walked in.
Mm-hmm.
It's the agents that show up and then want to be a secret agent. They don't tell anybody they're in real estate. They don't ask for the things that they need. They're afraid to look foolish or afraid to kind of have someone mock them or feel like they're inadequate. It's a whole imposter syndrome that they're fighting.
Yeah.
I tell people, get back to really grassroots. Who are your people? And then extrapolate out from that. Don't go spend $5,000 to buy leads. Don't do that. Just don't. Use your sphere. Use your people. All right. I know that if anybody in my family or in my circle called me, my closest friend said, hey, I've got this new business venture. Will you promote it? I would shout it from a mountaintop for them. I'd even do that for a stranger. And it's putting yourself in a position that you're willing to go and say, this is me asking you to help me. I'm not asking you to buy a house, but do you know 3 people that might be interested? Do you know somebody that just got a new job that might be moving, or somebody that's having a kid, or somebody that unfortunately has had to bury a parent? There's a lot of things right now with our age demographic, and especially the, kind of the generation right behind me. There's a lot, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity. And there's even a lot of opportunity with baby boomers who have, people still living at their house that need to get out and get a house, and baby boomers want to downsize. There's a lot, but keep it very small.
Okay.
Keep
Good
it very
advice.
granular, keep it grassroots
Very
until
cool.
you get going. And then once your name gets out there, it might take care of itself.
That's the momentum build. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the key takeaway from today's conversation, Brittney, is just don't give up unless you quit. And you stick with one thing to start with. That's how you really build a career in real estate.
Yeah. Aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can do in real estate, and you can't do them all, but you can aim small and miss small. And
did you just quote The Patriot with Mel Gibson?
I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
Love that movie. Steady now. Aim small, miss small is great advice for anybody.
Very
aim
cool.
small, miss small. So,
well, we'll end on that, Brittney. It was fantastic to chat with you again.
Yeah.
If anyone is in Johnson City and wants to learn about what you all do at KW, or just chat in general, like how can someone reach out and connect with you?
They are more than welcome to find me. I'm on LinkedIn. Best way to connect with me there. I'm on Instagram. It's just Brittney Ezell as it's spelled there. Or they are more than welcome to email me at brittneyezell@kw.com. Happy to connect.
We will include that in the description of the episode as well. Brittney, one last question. You're not allowed to say any Gary Keller books here.
All right, fair.
But what is one resource, book, maybe a checklist that you can share so someone can better their personal life, their community, or their business?
Favorite resource for me, Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last.
Is that a book?
Great book.
Wait, what was that again?
Simon Sinek. He's the author.
Okay.
He wrote Leaders Eat Last.
Okay. I don't think I have that one. I'm going to get it on Amazon right now.
It's fantastic. It's just a very, very straightforward approach to servant leadership and taking care of the people that are in your charge, because leadership is just really being responsible for someone else and helping them achieve their goals. So Leaders at Last, Simon Sinek, fantastic resource.
I just got it. And thanks to the amazing people at Amazon, it's going to be here at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'll read it and I will let you know what I think about it.
Let me know. Hopefully they make it through the snowstorm. Be safe up there.
It's supposed to snow Sunday, so I think I beat it, but we shall see.
I appreciate the time, Andrew, and I'm really honored to be on. Anything that I can do to help, don't hesitate to call me.
So great to connect with you again. Stick around for 1 second after this.
You got it.
All right, see ya.